Many people believe hair loss is a normal part of aging, but your hair can grow again when you give your scalp the right nutrition and care. Before you go to bed tonight, try this simple remedy I'm about to show you. Support your body and your hair will begin to restore itself naturally at any age.
Every night while you sleep, something shocking is happening to your hair. Scientists say that nearly 70% of men and women over 50 experience rapid hair thinning, and by age 65, almost half develop bald patches, especially on the crown and front hairline. But what if your pillow isn't the problem? What if the secret to reversing hair loss begins just before you go to bed? Barbara O'Neill, a world-trusted natural health educator, has revealed a simple and affordable nighttime remedy that nourishes dead hair follicles and reawakens hair growth faster than you think. No expensive serums, no harsh chemicals, and no painful treatments. Tonight, you're going to discover her hidden method that people claim has helped them grow back their hair. Even in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Stay with me, because your hair's comeback starts now. So, let's get straight to the point. The secret overnight remedy Barbara O'Neill recommends to help grow hair back naturally is a simple blend of castor oil and rosemary oil. Yes, just these two powerful ingredients can start waking up your sleeping hair follicles tonight. Castor oil is rich in ricinoleic acid, a compound that deeply nourishes the scalp, improves blood circulation, and strengthens the roots of your hair. Rosemary oil, on the other hand, is proven in studies to be just as effective as minoxidil, the most widely used chemical hair growth medicine, but without the side effects like itching or increased hair fall. When these two oils are used together, something amazing happens. They help open up hair follicles that have become blocked due to age, stress, and lack of proper scalp nutrition. And here's why applying it before bed is so important. Nighttime is when your body repairs itself. The scalp relaxes, blood flow improves, and nutrients can reach your follicles more efficiently than during the day. Barbara says that when your hair is thinning, the issue isn't just what you put on your scalp, it's also what your hair roots are not receiving. Seniors especially face a big drop in nutrient absorption after age 50, which weakens the hair strand and shortens the hair growth cycle. So, giving your scalp this direct, nutrient-rich treatment every night creates a perfect environment for regrowth. Now, here's how you do it. Take 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed castor oil and add 4 to 5 drops of rosemary essential oil. Mix it well in a small bowl. Warm it slightly by placing the bowl in hot water. Don't microwave it because heating it too fast destroys the nutrients. Then, using your fingertips, gently massage this oil into your scalp for at least 5 minutes. Work especially on the areas where your hair is thinning. The crown, the temples, and the part line. The goal isn't just to apply oil, it is it's to wake up your follicles, stimulate circulation, and push fresh oxygen and nutrients into the roots. After massaging, take a soft brush or wooden comb and brush your scalp in different directions for 2 to 3 minutes. This helps spread the oil evenly and boosts microcirculation even more. Finally, wrap your hair lightly in a silk or cotton cap before sleeping. This keeps the oils working all night without ruining your pillow. The next morning, wash your hair gently with a mild shampoo. No harsh chemicals, no sulfates, no parabens. you'll start to notice less hair on your comb and, honestly, fewer strands falling out during a bath within the first week. And then, somewhere around day 14 to day 28, you might spot these tiny baby hairs popping up, especially right around the front. These little hairs are, really, the biggest sign that your hair is coming back to life. But don't click away just yet, because here's the most common mistake people make. They stop too early. Hair grows in cycles, and, well, repairing those cycles truly takes time. Barbara says the minimum window for hair growth activation is 6 to 12 weeks, depending on your age and scalp condition. So, if you're looking for real results, stick with it every day. And here's another hidden tip. Every time you massage your scalp, take a slow, deep breath in and just relax. Why? Because stress hormones can shut down hair growth even faster than aging itself. Seniors dealing with loneliness, anxiety, or health struggles often experience shock-based hair shedding, where the hair follicle literally shuts off and enters a sort of sleep mode. A calm mind and better scalp blood flow really do create the perfect partnership for regrowth. Now, let's talk for a moment about why this remedy is just so perfect for seniors. As we age, DHT, a hormone, starts to increase, especially in men after 50 and in women after menopause. DHT clogs up those hair follicles and causes them to shrink. Castor oil is known to help reduce inflammation caused by DHT, and rosemary oil helps block DHT from attacking the follicles. This combination allows hair to grow thicker and, honestly, stay in that growth phase for much longer. Also, this remedy deeply hydrates the scalp, fighting dryness, itchiness, and dandruff, three major irritations that lead to constant hair breakage. If your scalp isn't healthy, your hair can never be healthy. That's why your nighttime routine matters more than any shampoo or vitamin treatment. Hair roots need hours of uninterrupted moisture, and honestly, sleep is the perfect time for healing. You may be wondering, what about people who already have bald spots? Barbara explains that as long as hair follicles are not completely dead, this remedy can help reactivate them. You can check by gently rubbing the area. If you feel tiny short hairs or a little resistance, your follicles are still alive. Apply a bit more oil to those areas, massage well, and be consistent. For extremely stubborn spots, add a 2-minute hot towel press right after massaging to open the pores for deeper absorption. And if your hair is breaking easily, don't panic. It means the weak, damaged strands are falling off fast, so stronger strands can grow in their place. That's a good sign, not a bad one. Here's something you may not know. Most people sleep in a way that crushes blood flow to their scalp. If you sleep on the same side every night, the other side receives less blood circulation. This leads to uneven thinning. Switching sides or using a soft elevated pillow helps proper circulation. And, pairing that with this oil treatment means your scalp stays nourished throughout the night. Let's add one more important detail to maximize results: nutrition. Barbara often says your hair is the last part of the body to receive nutrients. If there's a deficiency, hair is the first to suffer. So include foods that boost hair growth, like soaked walnuts, pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, and soaked raisins. Drink enough water too. Dehydration makes hair dull and fragile. And remember to keep patience, because slow growth means deep healing. Now that you know the exact nighttime remedy and how it starts waking up dormant hair follicles, it's time to uncover something even more important: the hidden triggers silently causing hair thinning in seniors. Because if you don't remove these triggers, hair will keep falling no matter how powerful the treatment is. One major trigger is poor blood circulation to the scalp. As we age, the small blood vessels that carry oxygen and nutrients to hair roots start narrowing, which means your follicles slowly suffocate. That's why massage is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for hair revival. Another trigger is hormonal imbalance, especially an increase in DHT, which shrinks follicles and shortens the hair growth cycle. This happens in both men and women after 50 due to lower estrogen and higher stress hormones. And stress itself is a hair killer. When you lie awake worrying about health, finances, or loneliness, cortisol levels rise and hair instantly shifts into shedding mode, a condition called telogen effluvium. Barbara O'Neill often says that a relaxed mind grows relaxed hair because stress constricts blood flow and inflames the scalp. Another surprising cause is lack of deep sleep. Your body uses nighttime to repair damaged tissues, including hair roots. If you don't sleep enough, follicles stay inflamed and weak. Plus, hair needs protein, minerals, and vitamins to grow. So if your diet is missing zinc, iron, biotin, or silica, hair becomes fragile, thin, and dull. Seniors often eat less due to reduced appetite or digestion issues, meaning the hair doesn't receive the nutrients it once did. Finally, harsh shampoos filled with chemicals like sulfates, silicones, and parabens clog follicles and worsen hair loss over time. Switching to gentle herbal shampoos is one of the biggest upgrades you can make today. But don't worry, we aren't just talking about problems. Here are extra bonus nighttime boosters that will make your hair grow faster and stronger. First, add peppermint oil. Just 1 drop mixed with your castor and rosemary blend. Because peppermint stimulates nerves and improves microcirculation to follicles deeply. Second, use aloe vera gel on the scalp twice a week before applying oil. Aloe reduces scalp inflammation, balances pH, and clears dead skin that blocks new growth. Third, boost your diet by adding 1 tablespoon of soaked black raisins before bed. They are rich in iron, which strengthens hair roots and prevents breakage. You can also include pumpkin seeds, which help reduce DHT naturally. Fourth, sleep on a silk pillowcase. Cotton pulls out moisture and causes breakage, while silk reduces friction and keeps hair shafts protected. Fifth, try a simple scalp stretching exercise. Place your hands on the sides of your head and gently push the scalp forward and backward for 2 minutes. This improves circulation and sends growth signals to the follicles. And here's a powerful secret from Barbara. Drink a warm cup of herbal tea like nettle or rosemary tea before bed. These herbs nourish the blood and improve nutrient supply to the hair roots while you sleep. Finally, avoid tying your hair tightly when going to sleep. Tension weakens follicles and causes hair fall near the forehead. Now listen carefully, because if you want your hair to grow back quickly, you must avoid the #1 biggest mistake people make: using hair dyes and chemical styling products regularly. These toxins penetrate the scalp, inflame follicles, and trigger rapid thinning, especially after age 50. Many seniors unknowingly harm their hair every month by dyeing it, thinking it makes them look younger, but in reality, it steals future growth. If you must color your hair, use natural alternatives like henna or a black tea rinse instead. Another habit to avoid is washing hair with hot water because heat causes dryness and weakens the roots. Use lukewarm or cool water for stronger hair over time. And please, never sleep with wet hair. Fungus and bacteria can grow on the scalp, blocking new hair from growing. So here's your final action plan if you want real results. Every night before bed, massage the castor and rosemary blend into your scalp, relax your mind, and sleep at least 7 hours. Eat more hair-boosting foods rich in iron, zinc, protein, and healthy fats. Remove harsh chemicals from your hair care routine and switch to natural, gentle options. Stay consistent for 8 to 12 weeks because hair grows slowly at first and then suddenly you'll see new strands everywhere at the hairline, crown, and temples. Every little new hair is a sign of victory. And remember, age doesn't stop hair from growing. Lack of care does. Barbara O'Neill always reminds us that the body is designed to heal when we give it the right conditions. So give your scalp love, nourishment, warmth, and peace every night. Imagine waking up one morning, looking in the mirror, and seeing your hair thicker, fuller, and more alive. That change begins tonight. Try this remedy before bed, stay patient, and your hair will thank you. Now, if you found this information valuable, stay with us and discover even more powerful natural health secrets. Your journey to beautiful hair and confidence has just begun.
Did you know that chia seeds, those tiny little black seeds hailed as a superfood, can actually be dangerous for some people? Yes, it's true. While the world is raving about chia seeds for weight loss, fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and heart health, very few people are talking about the dark side, and you deserve to know it. Every time you sprinkle chia on your smoothie, your salad, or your oatmeal without understanding how it works inside your body, you could be setting yourself up for a serious health issue. In fact, if you suffer from certain conditions, chia seeds might not just be ineffective, they could make your symptoms worse. In this video, we're going to explore 6 very real health risks where chia seeds can actually do more harm than good. If you're over 50, this video might be even more important for you. Why? Because our digestion slows down, our hydration needs change, and our sensitivity to certain nutrients increases with age. What was once safe in your 30s might now be dangerous in your 60s. That's why Barbara O'Neill, the globally respected health educator and naturopath, urges us to stop blindly following trends. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe for everyone. So before you grab that next chia-packed energy bar or detox water, let's uncover the 6 health issues that require extreme caution or total avoidance of chia seeds. Let's start with the first and most dangerous one: digestive disorders like IBS, IBD, or slow gut motility. Chia seeds absorb up to 12 times their weight in water. That's great for keeping you full and supporting digestion in healthy people. But if your gut is already sensitive, inflamed, or prone to blockages, chia can swell up like a gel and make things worse. Think about this. When you eat dry chia without enough water, it can absorb the fluid from your gut, creating a thick, sticky mass that slows everything down. For someone with irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease, that can mean constipation, cramping, bloating, or even intestinal blockages. A 2019 report in the American Journal of Gastroenterology described cases where people ended up in the emergency room with severe stomach pain, and chia was the culprit. Especially in seniors or those on low-fiber diets, chia seeds can turn from fiber friends to fiber foes. Barbara O'Neill warns, never eat chia seeds dry if you have gut issues, and always soak them well if your digestion is already slow or irregular. The second condition is difficulty swallowing, known medically as dysphagia. This may sound like a minor problem, but it can be life-threatening when chia seeds are involved. You see, when chia comes in contact with moisture, it quickly forms a gel-like coating. That's great in a pudding or drink, but what if it starts swelling in your throat? In 2014, a man had to be hospitalized after swallowing dry chia seeds and then drinking water. The seeds expanded in his esophagus and blocked his airway. This isn't just rare, it's underreported. Seniors and people recovering from strokes, Parkinson's, or neurological disorders are especially at risk. Barbara O'Neill points out that if you've ever had a choking episode, difficulty swallowing pills, or dry mouth, you should absolutely avoid dry or partially soaked chia seeds. Always make sure they are fully gelatinized before consuming. And if you can't be sure, it's best to skip them altogether. Now let's talk about low blood pressure or medications for hypertension. Yes, chia seeds are known to reduce blood pressure thanks to their rich omega-3 content and high fiber. But if you're already taking medication like beta blockers or ACE inhibitors, adding chia may cause your blood pressure to drop too low. Symptoms like dizziness, fainting, blurry vision, and confusion can occur. Barbara O'Neill cautions that seniors often take multiple medications at once, and chia seeds can interact silently with them. You might think you're being healthy by adding chia to your daily diet, but if your pressure dips too far, it can lead to a dangerous fall or even a mini stroke. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Hypertension found that omega-3 rich diets can amplify the effect of blood pressure medication. So if you're on meds for heart health or hypertension, consult a natural health practitioner or doctor before taking chia every day. Fourth on our list, blood thinning issues or anticoagulant medications. Chia seeds are rich in ALA, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that helps thin the blood naturally. Again, this is often seen as a good thing. But what if you're already on blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel? Too much thinning can result in easy bruising, internal bleeding, or worse. A small cut may bleed for too long. A bump could lead to a dangerous internal hemorrhage. Barbara O'Neill emphasizes this point, especially for the elderly population, who are often on some form of blood-thinning treatment post-surgery or post-heart attack. A 2017 review in Clinical Nutrition warned that omega-3 supplements and chia seeds are essentially a natural source, can amplify the effect of pharmaceutical anticoagulants. If you're already at risk for stroke or hemorrhage, this combo can become deadly. Stop and think before adding chia to your daily yogurt or smoothie. Natural doesn't mean harmless. Fifth, and very relevant for women, hormonal imbalances like estrogen dominance or thyroid disorders. Chia seeds contain phytoestrogens, plant-based compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. For someone with estrogen-sensitive conditions like fibroids, endometriosis, or even certain breast cancers, this can make symptoms worse. The hormonal system is delicate. Small things add up. A 2018 paper in Endocrine Connections suggested that overconsumption of plant estrogens could potentially disrupt the body's natural hormonal rhythm. This is especially important for women going through menopause or already dealing with thyroid issues like Hashimoto's. Barbara O'Neill explains that while chia isn't the strongest phytoestrogen source, regular intake can still influence hormonal health, especially if combined with soy, flax, or hormone therapy. If your periods are irregular, your mood swings are intense, or your thyroid meds need constant adjustment, chia seeds might be throwing off your balance. Always check your symptoms and consult a knowledgeable practitioner before consuming estrogen-mimicking foods every day. And finally, here's one that surprises most people: allergies or food sensitivities, especially seed-related ones. Chia is a seed, and while allergies to it are rare, they do happen. People with known allergies to sesame, mustard, flax, or even peanuts should be cautious. Symptoms can range from skin rashes and itching to full-blown anaphylaxis. A 2016 study in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology identified chia seed as a potential cross-reactive allergen, especially in people with other seed or nut allergies. Barbara O'Neill shares a story from one of her seminars where a young man developed severe throat itching and chest tightness after drinking a chia smoothie every morning. It turned out to be a late developing chia sensitivity. So even if you've eaten chia before, you're not completely in the clear. New sensitivities can develop over time, especially with daily exposure. If you feel strange after eating chia, itchy lips, swelling or stomach cramps, it might not be your imagination. Listen to your body. Now take a deep breath. You might be thinking, should I avoid chia seeds completely? Not necessarily. That's not what Barbara O'Neill is saying. Chia seeds are still a powerful natural food for many people, but only if they're used with awareness. The danger lies in blindly trusting health trends without looking at how your unique body responds. Just like how some people thrive on dairy and others can't digest it at all, chia isn't a one-size-fits-all superfood. The key is listening to your body, understanding your conditions, and adjusting your nutrition accordingly. If you've made it this far, you now understand why chia seeds, despite being natural and loaded with nutrients, aren't safe for everyone. The risk is real, especially for those with digestion issues, low blood pressure, blood thinning concerns, hormonal imbalances, allergies, or swallowing problems. But does that mean you have to give up on chia seeds forever? Not necessarily. Barbara O'Neill reminds us that nature offers many healing tools, but how we use them matters just as much as what they are. So let's now shift from fear to empowerment. If your body can tolerate chia seeds, and you're not in any of the 6 high-risk groups we discussed, you can still enjoy their benefits, but with the right method. The number one rule is hydration. Never ever consume dried chia seeds directly from the pack. That's a recipe for digestive trouble. Always soak your chia seeds in water for at least 20 to 30 minutes before eating. They should form a soft gel like tapioca. This gel makes them easier to digest, reduces the risk of choking, and ensures they don't suck up moisture from your stomach or gut. Barbara recommends using 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in half a cup of water, stir well, let it rest, and then use it in smoothies, porridges, or drink it with lemon for a morning boost. But even if you soak them properly, moderation is key. For most adults, 1 to 2 tablespoons of soaked chia seeds per day is enough. Don't overload your system. Too much fiber at once can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort, especially if your body isn't used to it. Seniors in particular need to introduce chia gradually. Start with half a teaspoon in the beginning and increase slowly over a week. Also, always drink more water when you consume chia. Why? Because chia works like a sponge. It holds on to water, and if you don't hydrate properly, you may feel constipated or dehydrated. So make water your best friend when adding chia into your routine. Now, let's say you're in one of the groups who should avoid chia. You may be wondering, what should I use instead? Barbara O'Neill has you covered. There are plenty of other seeds and natural foods that offer similar or even better health benefits without the side effects. Let's begin with flax seeds. These are often compared with chia, but they behave differently in the body. Flax seeds are gentler on the digestive system, especially when ground into a powder. They are rich in omega-3 lignans, which have anti-cancer properties, and fiber. They also help regulate hormones, but with less estrogenic activity than chia. Ground flax can be added to porridge, yogurt, or even soups. Just 1 tablespoon a day can support heart health, reduce constipation, and aid hormonal balance. And because flax doesn't swell as dramatically as chia, it's often safer for people with swallowing difficulties. The second alternative is basil seeds, also known as sabja. These look like chia seeds, but are actually much easier on the gut. When soaked, they puff up quickly and are often used in Ayurvedic drinks. Barbara says they're cooling for the body, help reduce acidity, and improve digestion. They're great during summer months and don't pose the same risks of choking or overhydration as chia does. Next up is psyllium husk. This is an excellent source of soluble fiber and is very effective in managing constipation and gut imbalances. Unlike chia, it doesn't contain omega-3s, but it helps sweep the colon gently. 1 teaspoon in water at night can do wonders for those with slow bowels, especially seniors. But like chia, psyllium also needs water. Drink at least 1 full glass of water with it. If your goal is to boost your omega-3 intake without using chia, walnuts and hemp seeds are fantastic. Walnuts support brain health, reduce inflammation, and are easier to chew and digest. Just a small handful a day can be enough. Hemp seeds, on the other hand, are rich in both omega-3 and omega-6 in the perfect ratio. They're soft, nutty, and blend well in smoothies. Plus, they don't swell up in the gut like chia, making them much safer for those with intestinal sensitivity. Barbara also loves recommending pumpkin seeds for seniors. These seeds are rich in zinc, magnesium, and healthy fats. They support prostate health in men, hormone balance in women, and offer a gentle source of protein. You can roast them, grind them, or eat them raw. They don't cause bloating and are well tolerated by most people. So as you can see, there's no need to feel left out if you can't have chia. Nature is generous. You just need to find what works for your body. Let's now look at what Barbara calls the right time and right way to use chia seeds, even if you're generally healthy. First, don't use them as a replacement for real food. Too many people believe that adding chia to a sugary smoothie or cereal will magically make it healthy. That's a mistake. Chia can support health, but it can't undo poor choices. Combine it with whole foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts, not junk food. Second, time it well. Chia is best consumed during the first half of the day when your digestion is active. Breakfast or lunch is ideal. Taking it at night can sometimes cause bloating or heavy stomachs, especially if you eat late. Third, never take chia along with medications unless your doctor approves. Because chia is rich in fiber and mucilage, it can interfere with how your body absorbs medicine. Wait at least 1 to 2 hours between chia and any pill you're taking. And lastly, listen to your body. If you feel tired, bloated, itchy, or are gassy after consuming chia, stop. Your body is speaking. You don't need to push through discomfort in the name of health. Now, let's answer a question many people ask. What's the safest chia recipe for beginners? Barbara O'Neill shares her favorite. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and soak them in half a cup of warm water for 20 minutes. Add a splash of lemon juice and a teaspoon of honey. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This supports gentle detox, boosts hydration, and can improve bowel movement. But again, if you have any of the 6 health issues we discussed earlier, skip this or talk to your practitioner first. The key is personalized health, not copy-paste trends. So what's the big takeaway here? Chia seeds are not evil, but they're also not harmless. They are powerful little seeds that need to be respected. Used wrongly, they can cause serious health problems. Used wisely, they can support digestion, heart health, and energy. Barbara O'Neill often says The dose makes the poison. Even water, if overdone, can be harmful. So imagine what happens when we overconsume fiber, omega-3s, or mucilage without understanding our body's needs. That's why it's so important to move away from health fads and towards wisdom-based wellness. And the best way to do that, educate yourself, listen to your symptoms, observe your reactions, and remember, your body is not like anyone else's. Let's also touch on one last important point, chia for children and the elderly. These are two groups where caution is especially important. For kids under 5, chia seeds are generally not recommended. Their digestive systems are still developing, and the swelling nature of chia can be too much. For the elderly, especially those with slower gut motility or chronic constipation, chia may backfire unless introduced very slowly and in small amounts. Barbara recommends that for seniors, soaked chia mixed with soft foods like applesauce or mashed banana may be the safest option, if tolerated at all. And for those on multiple medications or dealing with serious chronic illness, it may be best to avoid chia altogether and use gentler alternatives like ground flax or hemp. To wrap this up, let's revisit the 6 health issues where chia seeds can be dangerous. 1, digestive problems like IBS and IBD. 2, swallowing difficulties like dysphagia. 3, low blood pressure or medications for hypertension. 4, blood thinners or risk of bleeding. 5, hormonal issues like estrogen dominance or thyroid imbalance. And 6, seed allergies or sensitivities. If you suffer from any of these, please be careful. It's not about fear, it's about awareness. There's no shame in avoiding a food that doesn't suit you. The real danger lies in blindly trusting health trends without asking if they're right for your body. You deserve health strategies that are customized to your needs, not one-size-fits-all fads. And remember, the world of natural wellness is huge. If chia doesn't suit you, something else will. Barbara O'Neill encourages you to stay informed, stay curious, and always choose foods that love you back. So the next time someone tells you to eat chia because it's a superfood, you can say with confidence, maybe, but only if it suits my body. That's real health wisdom. Did you know that by the time most men reach 70, over 60% experience some form of erectile dysfunction, lack of stamina, or loss of desire, and they think it's just normal aging? But the truth is, this isn't just about getting older. It's about what happens inside your body when blood stops flowing freely and inflammation builds up. The loss of bedroom energy, the struggle to keep up with your partner, and the growing sense of frustration or embarrassment, it's all linked to poor circulation, lower testosterone, and nutritional deficiencies that no one talks about. You feel slower, more tired, disconnected, and you might even avoid intimacy not because you don't love your wife, but because you're afraid your body won't respond. And that fear eats at your confidence, your relationship, and your sense of manhood. Now, here's the good news. There's something simple and natural you can do to reignite your energy and pleasure. Something so easy you might not believe it until you try it. So it all starts with a mix that's actually recommended by the world-renowned natural health expert, Barbara O'Neill. And, well, the main ingredient, it's ginger. Yes, just plain ginger. Not a pill, not some prescription, and definitely not surgery, just a simple root you might already have sitting in your kitchen. Ginger's famous for its warming power and, honestly, its ability to boost circulation. But what Barbara really emphasizes is ginger's ability to help your body produce more nitric oxide. That's the very compound that keeps your blood vessels open and your energy flowing. Without enough nitric oxide, your body just slows down. Your stamina drops, your muscles don't respond the way they used to, and well, even your romantic moments can fall flat. But when you bring that flow back with something as basic as ginger, you honestly start to feel different. Your hands and feet get warmer, your heart pumps stronger, and yes, even your intimate parts start to feel alive again. The special ginger mix Barbara recommends is really simple. It's got fresh grated ginger, a teaspoon of raw honey, a pinch of cayenne pepper, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and a cup of warm, not boiling, water. So just drink it once or twice daily, especially on an empty stomach, or maybe 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. This drink doesn't just stimulate circulation, it also helps reduce joint pain, improve digestion, lower inflammation, and boost natural testosterone production. And honestly, all of this is backed by science. Studies show that ginger helps increase testosterone levels, improves sperm quality, and enhances blood flow. Cayenne pepper is also a strong vasodilator. It opens up blood vessels and improves circulation. Lemon helps detox the liver, which plays a major role in hormone balance. Raw honey gives you a quick, clean energy boost, and warm water helps the body absorb everything quickly. It's a powerful combination, really. Think of it like a natural fuel shot for your body, especially your most private parts. And it's safe, gentle, and effective. Barbara O'Neill often says that the body knows how to heal. You just need to give it the right tools. And ginger is one of those tools. Many seniors struggle not because their bodies are broken, but because their bodies are actually clogged with inflammation, sluggish blood, and processed foods that just slow everything down. Ginger, though, helps unclog the system. It improves blood flow to the organs that matter most, and it helps the liver clean up excess hormones, toxins, and waste. When the liver is clean, testosterone rises naturally, and when testosterone rises, energy, drive, and performance tend to follow. Most men don't realize that the liver actually plays a major role in hormone control. If it's fatty or inflamed, testosterone drops, estrogen rises, and, the man starts to feel tired, weak, and uninterested. But ginger and lemon help clean and support the liver. That's why this mix works on multiple levels. And here's something else to consider. Many medications seniors take, like blood pressure drugs, statins, and antidepressants, can reduce testosterone and circulation even further. So if you're relying on pills but still feeling sluggish, that could be why. The beauty of this ginger mix is that it works with your body, not against it. You're not forcing a reaction, you're inviting balance back. And it doesn't just help men. When your energy returns, your relationship changes. Your wife feels seen, desired, and loved. You start looking at her the way you used to, and she feels the difference. Intimacy becomes a celebration again, not a stress. In fact, many older couples say this mix saved their relationship. One 72-year-old man said he hadn't been close with his wife in years. After just a week of taking the ginger mix, he surprised her one evening and said it felt like turning back the clock 30 years. Another man said he started sleeping better, thinking clearer, and laughing more, all because he felt strong again. That's the hidden gift of this ginger formula. It doesn't just wake up your body, it wakes up your joy. Now you might be wondering, is this really safe? What if I'm on medication? Barbara always advises checking with your doctor if you're on blood thinners or heart medications, because ginger and cayenne can increase circulation and thin the blood slightly. But for most people, especially those trying to avoid harsh drugs, this mix is safer than many over-the-counter options. And the ingredients aren't just safe, they're healing. They've been used for centuries in Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and even modern naturopathy. Barbara O'Neill blends ancient wisdom with modern science, and this ginger mix is one of her go-to recommendations. But timing matters. To get the best results, drink the mix first thing in the morning before food, or 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. You'll feel the warmth spread through your chest, your stomach, and eventually your lower body. It's like turning on a switch. Within days, you may notice warmer hands and feet, a better mood, less stiffness in your joints, And over time, sometimes even within a week, you'll feel that natural spark return, not in a forceful way, but in a comfortable, confident, exciting way. That's the power of real food. That's the power of circulation. That's the power of taking back control of your health naturally. And that's what Barbara O'Neill is all about. She believes that the body is intelligent, that healing doesn't need to be complicated, that even at 70 or 80, a man can feel strong, passionate, and proud again. All it takes is the right fuel, the right habits, and the belief that it's not too late. So if you've been feeling down, disconnected, or afraid that your best days are behind you, please don't give up. This simple ginger mix could be your turning point. Try it for 10 days. Follow the process. Trust the natural rhythm of your body. Drink the mix daily, get a little sunlight, eat clean, whole foods, move your body a bit each day, even just a walk around the block, and most of all, talk to your wife. Let her know you're trying. That spark between you may just be waiting for a little warmth to return. And ginger, my friend, brings the warmth. So now that you know what's really going on inside your body and how this mix can support blood flow, testosterone, and energy, are you ready to feel like yourself again? Are you ready to take the first step toward bringing that smile back to your wife's face? Because, honestly, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's not about being 25 again. It's about enjoying who you are today with strength and confidence. And this ginger mix might just be the easiest, most powerful way to get started. Now that you understand the power of this simple ginger mix and how it can completely change your energy, your blood flow, and your confidence, let's go even deeper into how you can support your body from the inside out using more natural, easy, and proven strategies that Barbara O'Neill often talks about. Because, you know, this isn't just about one drink. It's about creating a body and lifestyle where energy flows freely, hormones stay balanced, and your relationship stays strong, even if you're in your 70s or 80s. Let's begin with the importance of blood flow, because that's really the heart of the matter. Good blood flow is what brings oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. It keeps your heart strong, your brain sharp, your muscles active, and yes, it helps you stay powerful in the bedroom. But when circulation slows down, everything suffers. You feel tired all the time. Your hands and feet get cold. You may feel lightheaded when you stand up. And well, you may notice things just don't work like they used to during those private moments with your wife. This is why the ginger mix is so effective. It doesn't just warm you up, it literally opens up your blood vessels and allows the blood to flow again. But you can, supercharge that effect by adding a few more natural foods and habits into your daily routine. Barbara O'Neill recommends combining ginger with beetroot, which is loaded with natural nitrates that convert into nitric oxide in your body. This nitric oxide relaxes your arteries and helps blood travel more easily throughout your system. Drinking a small glass of fresh beet juice in the morning can give your body an incredible boost. Add to that a handful of pumpkin seeds in the afternoon, which are high in zinc and magnesium, 2 minerals essential for testosterone production, and you're giving your body exactly what it needs to build strength and drive again. And if you have a small square of dark chocolate after dinner, real dark chocolate, at least 70% cocoa, you're giving your arteries even more support through flavonoids that reduce stiffness and inflammation. These are simple things, but they work, and they don't come with side effects. Now let's talk about testosterone, the key hormone for male vitality. As you age, testosterone naturally drops, but the good news is that you can help your body make more of it, even in your 70s. Barbara says sleep is one of the most important pieces. You need at least 7 to 8 hours of good, uninterrupted sleep every night. Poor sleep raises stress hormones and lowers testosterone fast. So make your bedroom quiet, dark and cool. Avoid screens before bed. Try a natural calming tea like chamomile or valerian root if you have trouble falling asleep. Sleep is healing time. It's when your body restores hormones and repairs cells. Next, cut back on sugar and processed food. Sugar increases insulin and cortisol, which throw your hormones out of balance. Instead, eat clean, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, eggs, and healthy fats like olive oil and avocado. Don't be afraid of fat. Your body needs it to make hormones. In fact, low-fat diets can make testosterone levels drop even more. Also, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight each day. Vitamin D is critical for hormone health, and most seniors are deficient. If you can't get out in the sun regularly, take a good quality vitamin D3 supplement. Add in a few short walks or light strength exercises throughout the week, and you're giving your body every reason to start producing testosterone again. And yes, ginger supports testosterone too. Studies have shown that daily ginger supplementation can raise testosterone levels, especially in men with low levels to begin with. It also improves sperm quality and motility. Not that you're necessarily trying to have more children at 70, but it's a sign your body is becoming biologically more youthful. Now let's add 2 more simple spices to the ginger mix that I recommend often: turmeric and cinnamon. Turmeric reduces inflammation throughout the body and supports your blood vessels. Add just a pinch of turmeric into the mix, and to make it work better, always include a pinch of black pepper with it. The pepper helps your body absorb the curcumin in turmeric, which is the active ingredient that does all the work. Cinnamon helps lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity, which helps regulate testosterone. Add just a dash of cinnamon to your ginger drink, and it not only boosts its effects, it also makes it taste warm and pleasant. You can now call it a golden circulation tonic. So now your upgraded ginger mix looks like this: 1 inch of fresh grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of raw honey, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a pinch of cayenne pepper, a pinch of turmeric with black pepper, a dash of cinnamon, and 1 cup of warm, not hot water. Stir it well and sip it slowly. Drink it every morning before breakfast, and optionally 30 to 60 minutes before intimacy. You know, many men have reported that just 1 week of this routine changed everything for them. Their energy returned, their mood improved, and honestly, their wife noticed a glow they hadn't seen in years. And all of that can happen for you too. Now let's talk about something that, well, few men realize: how your liver affects your performance. Your liver filters your blood, clears out toxins, and breaks down excess hormones. But when your liver is fatty, inflamed, or overloaded with junk, it just can't remove estrogen effectively. That's right, men have estrogen too. And when your estrogen is too high and testosterone too low, your energy drops, your belly gets soft, and your drive, well, it just disappears. But the lemon juice in your ginger mix supports liver detox. So does drinking warm water first thing in the morning. You can take this further by eating cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and kale. These help your liver remove old hormones and restore balance. Also, avoid alcohol-fried foods and heavy dinners late at night. These stress the liver and slow everything down. Now, if you want to go even deeper, Barbara O'Neill often recommends gentle castor oil packs over the liver area. Castor oil increases lymphatic flow and reduces inflammation in the liver. You simply soak a clean cloth in castor oil. Place it over the right side of your abdomen. Cover with plastic wrap and apply heat with a hot water bottle for 30 to 45 minutes. Do this 3 times a week, and you may notice better digestion, better sleep, and a lighter, more energized body. Now let's switch to something just as important: your relationship. Because while we talk a lot about the physical side, intimacy is also emotional. When you feel stronger, your confidence returns. When you feel more connected to your body, you start reaching for your wife's hand again. You smile more, you talk more, you laugh. These little moments matter. And when you bring back the physical part of your relationship, even if it's been missing for years, it brings emotional healing too. Your wife feels loved, you feel proud, you share something sacred again. And you're not doing it with pills or chemicals, you're doing it with nature. Now, here's a quick routine to follow each day for best results. In the morning, drink warm lemon water as soon as you wake up. Then have your ginger mix. Eat a healthy breakfast with protein and fat, like eggs, avocado, or oatmeal with seeds. During the day, you know it's a good idea to snack on pumpkin seeds, almonds, or maybe even a piece of dark chocolate. Be sure to stay hydrated. Try to walk for at least 15 to 30 minutes. In the evening, eat light, have some vegetables and a small portion of protein. And if you like, you can take your second ginger mix. Before bed, it's best to turn off screens, dim the lights, and really prepare yourself for deep sleep. You might want to massage your feet or legs with some warm olive oil to help stimulate blood flow. Oh, and don't forget to connect with your wife. Hold her, talk to her, even if it's just for a few quiet minutes. Over time, these simple habits can create real powerful change in your life. Now, just a quick word about safety. Ginger is generally safe, but if you're on blood thinners, diabetes medications, or if you have gallstones, you really should talk to your doctor first. The mix increases circulation and lowers blood sugar, which is usually a good thing, but it's always wise to check. Also, go slow. Start with once a day. Let your body adjust. You don't have to rush. Healing happens gradually but consistently. Within a week or two, you may feel warmer, more alert, more confident. Within a month, many men feel 10 to 20 years younger. And their wives often notice before they do. That's the beauty of it. It's not loud or flashy. It's gentle, natural, deeply effective. Barbara O'Neill says the body is not designed to fail. It is designed to heal. And as long as you are breathing, your body can rebuild. So let this ginger mix be your signal, your restart button, your new chapter. Because even if you're 70, 75, or 80, it's never too late to feel love, connection, and strength again. Not just for her, but for you. This is your life. You've earned the right to feel good in it. You've earned the right to smile again. And you've earned the right to enjoy your marriage fully without shame or struggle. Let nature do what it does best, heal, and let ginger, lemon, cayenne, turmeric, and honey be your tools. You are not too old. You are not broken. You are simply ready to begin again, with a little warmth in your blood, a little light in your heart, and a smile that says, yes, I'm back. Did you know that just one innocent handful of peanuts, pistachios, or cashews could be feeding liver cancer cells, overloading tired kidneys, or making your blood thinner misfire? Seniors over 60 can't afford that hidden gamble. I'm Barbara O'Neill, and in the next few minutes I'll reveal the 5 nuts quietly sabotaging older bodies and show you the safer swaps that keep joints loose, hearts strong, and minds clear, all without giving up crunch. Aging feels like hiking a hill that grows steeper each year. Muscles once lively now tire fast. Joints voice their complaints at every step. Digestion, that quiet partner we never thanked, slows its steady churn. Doctors tell us to eat smart. Magazines flash glossy pictures of trail mix overflowing with nuts, protein, fiber, good fats. The slogans sound like music. We pour a cheerful handful into a bowl without fear. Yet buried inside certain nuts are hazards that matter far more after 60 than they ever did at 40. First, aflatoxin, a poison made by tiny aspergillus molds, clings to peanuts and pistachios stored in damp heat. It sneaks past roasting temperatures, settles in the liver, and chips away at DNA. One nibble will not topple you, but decades of daily nibbles can sow the seed of liver cancer. Seniors, whose immune watchmen stand fewer at the gate, find it harder to sweep the toxin away. Damage that might take 30 years in youth can bloom far sooner in older tissues already weathered by time. Second, consider phosphorus. We need it for bones and energy. yet too much turns from friend to foe. Brazil nuts and cashews pile on phosphorus by the milligram. Kidneys that once filtered a river of minerals now run like a gentle stream. Excess phosphorus lingers, pulling calcium out of bones until they grow porous and brittle. Meanwhile, calcium phosphate crystals settle inside blood vessels, making them stiff as old leather. Blood pressure rises, the heart labors against the resistance, stroke risk climbs a rung higher. Third, we meet oxalates. Picture them as microscopic shards hidden in walnuts and cashews. When digestion is smooth, these shards leave quietly. If fluid intake drops or gut bacteria falter, oxalates pair with calcium and crystallize in the kidneys. A stone the size of a grain of sand can deliver pain loud enough to steal your breath. Older adults dehydrate easily. Medications like diuretics pull water away. Add high oxalate nuts and the stone factory starts humming. Fourth, fats that once protected the seed can harm the eater. Polyunsaturated oils inside walnuts oxidize when exposed to light, air, or simple time on a warm pantry shelf. Oxidized fat acts like rust in the bloodstream. It inflames artery walls, invites plaques, and irritates aching joints. Seniors battling arthritis often blame the weather, yet rancid oils can turn a mild ache into a throb that wakes them at night. Fifth, there is vitamin K. Pistachios boast it in generous measure. For many this is useful, but for seniors prescribed warfarin or similar blood thinners, swings in vitamin K spell danger. Clotting factors rise or crash, making a bruise bleed like a cut or a small clot lodge in the lung. Balancing medication is already a tightrope walk. High K nuts shake the rope. Finally, allergies deserve a quiet spotlight. Immune systems drift with age. Some overreact to proteins they once ignored. A new cashew sensitivity may reveal itself as itchy lips today, swelling throat tomorrow. Because seniors take antihistamines for sleep or colds, early signals blur, and a severe reaction can feel sudden when it was softly building. Stack these 6 hazards on top of the natural changes of age: slower detox, reduced stomach acid, thinner gut lining, and polypharmacy, and the snack that a grandchild absorbs without fuss may leave you dizzy, puffy, or in the emergency room. The next time you open that bag of mixed nuts, ask, is this bite feeding health or feeding risk? You may wonder, but everyone says nuts help the heart. How can they kill? Context is king. Almonds soaked overnight and eaten in moderation support cholesterol control. Yet peanuts harvested in a wet season and stored in a warm warehouse can harbor more poison than nutrition. The blanket praise of nuts hides a patchwork of species, growing conditions, and processing standards. Seniors must zoom in and make choices with surgical precision. Think of your body as a classic car, valuable, irreplaceable, but sensitive. Hidden labels such as roasted, salted, mixed nuts often disguise the source and age of each kernel. Bulk bins can be a bigger gamble. Hundreds of hands, open air, and fluorescent lights create a perfect storm of contamination. Even vacuum packaging fails once punctured and cannot signal trouble with a smell through sealed plastic. That silence fools many careful shoppers. Fuel your body with nuts free of mold, low in phosphorus, rich in stable fats, and kind to your medications. Anything less is grit in the engine. Now that you know why certain nuts turn toxic after 60, let's uncover the exact conditions, farming, storage, metabolism, and medication that magnify each risk and learn how they sneak into your pantry without a whisper. Peanuts, Brazil nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and cashews look innocent in a bowl, yet each follows a hidden path from farm to pantry that loads it with threats uniquely sharp for people over 60. Picture peanuts first. They grow underground, hugged by moist soil and summer heat. When heavy rain soaks the field, microscopic aspergillus fungi wake up and coat the shells. The fungi release aflatoxin, a stealth poison that survives roasting, salting, and pretty packaging. A younger liver can break down trace amounts, but an older liver already busy with medication clearance lets more toxins slip through, allowing tiny DNA injuries to pile up year after year. Move to Brazil nuts high in the Amazon canopy. The trees pull selenium from mineral-rich earth. Selenium keeps immune cells sharp, yet one Brazil nut can exceed a full day's safe limit. In youth, the thyroid and kidneys flush the extra. In later life, clearance slows. Surplus selenium becomes a saboteur, causing nausea, muscle tenderness, and tingling nerves that mimic diabetic neuropathy. Seniors may blame age or sugar, never suspecting the single nut stirred into morning cereal. Walnuts hang in cool groves, but their fragile oils oxidize fast once the shell cracks. Transport trucks rumble for days. Warehouse lights stay warm. Oxygen creeps under plastic. Polyunsaturated fats turn rancid and form lipid peroxides. These unstable molecules travel through blood like sparks in dry grass. They inflame artery walls, making plaque sticky. They irritate joint linings, deepening arthritis pain that already shadows many retirees. Because taste buds dull with age, rancidity may escape notice. Pistachios grow in hot climates where drought swings to sudden rain. Harvest machines shake trees and drop nuts onto dusty ground. When processors fall behind schedule, heaps of nuts sit under tarps, sweating in desert sun. Aspergillus thrives again, and aflatoxin counts climb. Most commercial pistachios are then salted to mask off flavors and prolong shelf life. Seniors who monitor blood pressure swallow hidden sodium loads that pull extra water into vessels, forcing the heart to pump harder. Cashews finish the list with their sneaky shell toxin. Between the outer and inner cashew skins lies urushiol, the oil that makes poison ivy burn. Industrial steaming usually removes it, but low-cost suppliers sometimes rush. Trace urushiol stays, ready to redden skin or disrupt intestines already sensitive from decades of acidic foods or gallbladder surgery. Cashews also pack dense calories. A small handful equals 2 slices of bread. Activity often drops in retirement, so those stealth calories settle as waistline inches and blood sugar spikes. The farm and factory hazards merge with biological shifts that every senior faces. Metabolism slows about 2% per decade after 50. The slowdown leaves more time for toxins to circulate before detox organs clear them. Stomach acid production falls, leaving proteins partially digested and more likely to trigger new allergies. Kidneys filter 30% less by age 80 than at 40, so phosphorus and oxalates linger, encouraging bone loss and kidney stones. Polypharmacy, the regular use of multiple medications, magnifies nut risks. Blood thinners like warfarin demand a steady vitamin K intake, yet pistachios swing that intake wildly. Blood pressure drugs spare potassium, but cashews add more. The mix can disturb heart rhythm. Statins strain the liver exactly where aflatoxin strikes. Even common pain relievers such as ibuprofen nudge kidneys closer to overload. Then a high phosphorus nut snack pushes them over the edge. Lifestyle patterns matter too. Many seniors sip less water to avoid late night bathroom trips. Dehydration concentrates oxalates and uric acid, so a moderate walnut portion that once posed no threat now seeds a stone. Dental work can leave chewing surfaces uneven. Incomplete chewing sends larger nut fragments down, raising choking risk and reducing nutrient absorption, while sharp pieces scrape the esophagus. Environmental storage adds another layer. Indian summers or mild UK winters create kitchens that hover in mold-friendly zones for months. A jar on the bright window ledge looks tidy but bathes nuts in heat and light all day. Bulk bins invite dozens of customers to scoop, spill and sneeze, while overhead bulbs accelerate oxidation. Vacuum packs lose their safety once pricked by a price tag pin. Yet who inspects the seal at checkout? Economic habits shape exposure. Bargain hunters buy giant bags during holiday sales, then nibble for months. Each opening draws humid air inside. Invisible fungi wake, grains of salt absorb moisture, and oxidation runs free. Seniors living alone may not finish the bag until Easter, long after safe flavor and safe chemistry have vanished. Finally, global supply chains blur accountability. A label may read product of multiple countries, meaning peanuts grown in one continent, stored in another and packed in a third. Regulations change at every border. Seniors trust familiar supermarket aisles, never seeing the long trail of warehouses and boats across the equator. Stack harvest molds, factory shortcuts, long storage, slower organs, multiple pills, less water and looser regulation, and the ordinary nut can morph into a perfect storm of carcinogens, kidney strain, arterial heat, allergic sparks, and calorie overload. Younger bodies bend, older bodies break. Practical solutions: foods, exercises, and habits. A frightening list of dangers also hides a bright truth. Small shifts rescue big health. You do not need to swear off all crunch forever. You only need to trade the 5 risk-heavy nuts for kinder choices, handle every kernel with care, and add light movement that keeps blood and lymph in gentle flow. Think of each step as turning down the volume on inflammation while turning up the music of strength. Begin with almonds, nature's simplest blank canvas. Choose raw, skin-on almonds from a store that moves stock quickly. Before bed, place 6 almonds in a glass, cover them with clean water and add a pinch of sea salt. The salt coaxes out bitter tannins while the soak softens the skin. Morning arrives, skins slip off with a twist, and the nut inside tastes creamy, not dry. Soaking cuts phytic acid in half, which frees minerals for absorption and tames bloating. 6 soaked almonds supply vitamin E to oil creaky joints and magnesium to relax blood vessels without the aflatoxin drama of peanuts. Sunflower seeds slide in next. They are tiny, inexpensive, and almost impossible to contaminate with mold because their shells are thin and they dry fast after harvest. Buy unsalted hulled seeds. Toasting them at home makes flavor bloom without sodium. Pour 2 tablespoons into a cold pan, set the heat low, and stir until they pop and smell nutty. Cool, then chew slowly so that every enzyme in saliva meets each bite. Vitamin E, selenium, and a whisper of plant protein slip easily into the bloodstream, all from a snack no thicker than a playing card. For those who miss the salty shell ritual of pistachios, roasted chickpeas copy the crunch and occupy wandering hands. Drain a cup of canned chickpeas, rinse until bubbles stop, pat dry and tumble onto a tray. Drizzle half a teaspoon of olive oil, dust with smoked paprika, and roast at 190 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes, shaking the tray halfway. Each golden sphere cracks lightly under the tooth, offering fiber to sweep cholesterol away and iron to carry oxygen. Portion 1/3 of a cup. Any more may crowd the gut with gas. Ground flaxseed solves 2 puzzles at once: joint stiffness and irregular bowels. Whole seeds slip through digestion untouched, so grind them fresh in a coffee mill. Store the meal in the fridge for 3 days only. Longer invites rancidity. Stir 1 tablespoon into plain yogurt or sprinkle over oatmeal. Alpha-linolenic acid, a plant omega-3, cools inflamed tissues, while soluble fiber feeds gut microbes that keep blood sugar steady. Drink a tall glass of water afterwards. Without water, flax becomes sand rather than silk. Pumpkin seeds, known as pepitas, round out the seed quartet. Their green colour signals chlorophyll, which quietly escorts heavy metals out of cells. Spread a handful in a dry skillet, warm until they puff, then tip into a bowl to cool. Eat them plain or mix with a few raisins if you crave sweet notes. Zinc inside the seeds strengthens immune sentries and speeds wound repair, gifts that matter when skin thins with age. Buying less but fresher protects every effort. Resist bulk bags unless you split them with friends the same day. Small sacks empty within a week, so fat stays sweet. If budget pulls you toward volume, freeze half the haul. Cold air pauses oxidation like a pressed pause button. Thaw just the amount you will finish in 2 days. Label each bag with the date stowed. A marker today saves guessing tomorrow. Storage temperature and light decide whether a safe nut stays safe. Glass jars seal tight yet invite sun if left on a window ledge. Slide jars into the fridge door instead. Darkness and chill slow molds and halt vitamin breakdown. If fridge space runs thin, choose the coolest cupboard away from the stove. Slip a small silica pouch, saved from seaweed snacks, inside the jar to sip stray moisture. Your nose remains the best laboratory. Pour a single almond into your palm and inhale. Fresh smells faintly sweet, never paint-like or bitter. Train this check into habit, much like sniffing milk before pouring. If any off odor appears, compost the batch. Pennies spared by eating rancid seeds cost dollars in doctor visits. Hydration partners with safe seeds. Water dilutes oxalates, escorts soluble fiber, and softens stools. A simple rule: drink a mug of water for every seed snack. If plain water bores you, float cucumber slices, mint, or lemon peel. Many seniors avoid evening fluids, yet afternoon hydration prevents night cramps and supports kidney filtration before bedtime. Movement locks nutrition into muscle fibers. After eating, stand tall, lift heels toward the sky for 10 slow pulses, then roll onto heels for 10 more. This pumps blood from the soles toward the heart. Next, circle each ankle while seated. Joints lubricate and lymph clears cellular waste. Finish with a gentle seated twist. Left hand outside right knee, breath in, breath out, switch sides. The whole routine lasts 2 minutes, shorter than a commercial break, yet it primes digestion better than any pill. Snacks woven with movement form a rhythm your body trusts. Morning could start with soaked almonds and a sunny porch stroll. Mid-morning sunflower seeds pair with heel lifts by the sink. Lunch includes a salad scattered with roasted chickpeas, plus a slow walk to the mailbox. An afternoon flax yogurt cup follows ankle circles while reading. Early evening pumpkin seeds join a 5-minute garden wander. Bedtime herbal tea closes the loop with gratitude for a day of gentle care. Mary, a 74-year-old neighbour, once popped walnuts all evening while watching crime shows. Swapping to sunflower seeds and adding tiny stretch breaks changed more than her snack bowl. Within 2 weeks, her wedding ring fit again, and her nighttime antacid tablets stayed in the cabinet. She laughed. All I did was get picky with my crunch and wiggle after chewing. Tiny acts grow strong when linked to existing habits. Place a jar of seeds beside the kettle so tea time reminds you to snack wisely. Attach a bright sticker to the fridge door handle that says, "Move." Each time you reach for food, the cue nudges a mini exercise. Stack habits like building blocks until your day stands tall. Mindful eating doubles the payoff without extra work. Sit rather than stand. Count 10 breaths before the first bite. Notice flavor notes: sweet almond milkiness, smoky chickpea depth, grassy pumpkin seed perfume. Chewing slows, satiety hormones rise, and excess portions disappear on their own. Mindful moments also tee up gratitude, a mood tonic proven to lower blood pressure. Track reactions in a simple notebook. Draw 3 columns: food, movement, feeling. Write almonds plus porch stroll minus joints loose. Energy steady. Patterns appear within a week. You may learn sunflower seeds lift mood while roasted chickpeas cause minor gas. Adjust portions, roast times, or spices. The notebook becomes a private map toward comfort. Community multiplies success. Invite a friend to a weekly seed swap. Each brings a fresh batch in small jars, trades flavors, and shares tips. Social ties boost accountability and fight loneliness, a hidden risk factor for heart disease. If meeting in person feels hard, share photos of new seed mixes in a family chat. Praise each other's creativity. Reflect often with gentle questions. Did today's snack leave me light or heavy? Did I drink water afterward? Did my walk feel easier than yesterday? Reflection guides fine-tuning far better than rigid rules. The body whispers truth when given attention. Practical solutions also include pairing snacks with protective teas. Ginger turmeric tea blunts residual inflammation, while dandelion root tea helps kidneys flush excess minerals. Brewing tea fills 5 minutes that might otherwise invite mindless munching. Warm liquid soothes the throat, easing the passage of fiber into the gut. If dessert cravings strike after dinner, slice half a banana, top it with a spoon of ground flax and a drizzle of honey. The banana's potassium balances sodium from earlier meals. The flax calms nighttime appetite, and honey scratches the sweet itch without processed sugar spikes. Finish with ankle pumps while dishes soak. Portion control matters even with safe seeds. Use measuring spoons until your eyes learn servings. A pastry cup holds about 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds, the perfect amount. Keep spoons near jars. Guesswork creeps upward over weeks. A spoon grounds reality. Restorative sleep locks in daytime gains. Seeds supply magnesium and tryptophan, both sleep allies, but electronics haunt bedrooms. Dim screens an hour before lights out. Instead, read a short article on joint health or gratitude. Quality sleep turns protein into muscle and memory, consolidating new habits into routine. Breakfast resets the cycle. Whole grain porridge topped with soaked almonds and pumpkin seeds launches glucose slowly. Pair with a brisk hallway march while coffee brews. Rising heart rate tells arteries to stay flexible, teaching endothelial cells to release protective nitric oxide. Serious exercise can stay simple. 2 5-pound dumbbells by the sofa invite 15 biceps curls during weather forecasts. Seeds feed muscle repair, curls trigger growth, and together they combat sarcopenia creeping through senior years. Always exhale during effort, inhale during release. Stop if pain sparks beyond mild fatigue. Hydrate again after lifting. A glass of chlorophyll-tinted water refreshes and binds toxins loosened during exercise. Chlorophyll's green pigment escorts them toward kidneys for exit, easing the burden on the liver that already works overtime. Travel need not break the pattern. Pack zip bags of pumpkin seeds and a foldable water bottle. Airport kiosks sell salted peanuts. Skip them with confidence. Walk terminal halls between flights, rolling each foot heel to toe to keep calf pumps active. A plane seat then feels like rest, not confinement. Faithful practice over 30 days rewires taste buds. Salted pistachios soon taste harsh, soaked almonds tender. Aflatoxin fears fade into calm knowledge that your snack shelf is under your command. Confidence grows, and with it comes a willingness to refine other meals, maybe less processed meat, more leafy greens. We have mastered seeds, storage, and simple movement. Next, discover the herbal allies and natural methods that turbocharge detox and calm chronic inflammation without a trip to the pharmacy. Plants have been side by side with people for thousands of years, and many still offer gentle backup once we move past 60. When you stir bright yellow turmeric into warm milk, you invite curcumin, the spice's active helper, straight into sore joints and stiff arteries. Add a pinch of black pepper because pepper's piperine acts like a doorway, letting more curcumin slip into your blood. Sip slowly. Within days, many seniors notice morning fingers open with less protest. Turmeric also nudges the liver to make extra glutathione, a natural rust cleaner that sweeps out aflatoxin leftovers faster than the body could do alone. Ginger follows as turmeric's easygoing cousin. Slice a thumb-sized knob, crush it gently, and steep it in hot water for 5 minutes. The tea that appears warms the stomach, speeds sluggish digestion, and calms queasy feelings often caused by new fiber from seeds. Some call ginger a moving blanket for the gut. It keeps food traveling so oxalates and other irritants do not linger. Seniors afraid of late-night heartburn often discover that a cup of ginger tea after dinner feels like a quiet hand smoothing the entire food pipe. Milk thistle steps in when the liver feels overworked and underappreciated. Its star compound, silymarin, shields liver cells like safety glass shields a windshield. 2 decades of studies show that silymarin helps damaged liver tissue rebuild even after alcohol or medication stress. A 150 milligram capsule taken with the heaviest meal of the day is enough for most elders. The effect is slow and steady. Think of a stone bridge being repaired brick by brick rather than a flashy overnight fix. After a month, many seniors report lighter skin itching and clearer whites of the eyes. Tiny but hopeful signals that liver traffic flows more freely. Dandelion root, the humble weed scorned by perfect lawns, turns out to be a skilled plumber for the kidneys. A mug of roasted dandelion root tea has a flavor close to coffee, but without caffeine's racing pulse. The root pulls excess sodium and phosphorus into the urine stream, easing the burden nuts once placed on aging filters. Some people fear frequent trips to the bathroom, yet the gentle diuretic action rarely disrupts sleep if the tea is enjoyed before late afternoon. Instead, ankles look less puffy and rings leave smaller marks on the fingers. Liquid chlorophyll looks like emerald water but works more like a spring cleaning crew for cells. Just 10 drops in a bottle of plain water create a mild, minty drink that binds heavy metals and minor pesticide traces, escorting them safely out through the bowels. Seniors who struggle to keep up with daily vegetable servings find chlorophyll water an easy fallback. The green liquid even freshens breath, a gift for denture wearers who worry about mouth odor. Activated charcoal comes last and only for special occasions. One 500 milligram capsule before a restaurant meal of unknown quality acts like a sponge, soaking up stray toxins so they cannot slip through the gut wall. Charcoal is powerful, so do not mix it with prescription pills. It treats them like toxins too. Once a week is plenty for most, and always drink a large glass of water to move the mass along. Probiotic foods tie the herbal team together by building a resilient gut neighborhood. A spoonful of live culture yogurt at breakfast or a forkful of sauerkraut at lunch introduces armies of friendly bacteria. These microbes chop oxalates into harmless fragments, manufacture B vitamins, and keep bad bugs from setting up shop. Seniors who add fermented foods often find bloating fades while energy rises because nutrients finally reach the bloodstream without detours. How do you weave all these allies into an ordinary day? Picture soaked almonds and pumpkin seeds at sunrise, chased by turmeric pepper milk instead of sugary creamer. Mid-morning, a walk pauses halfway for ginger tea from a thermos. Lunch welcomes milk thistle support and a crisp salad sprinkled with sauerkraut. Afternoon water turns emerald with chlorophyll, keeping kidneys cheerful. A restaurant dinner ends with activated charcoal insurance, and bedtime sees ankles slimmer, mind calmer. Does it sound like a lot? Write each step on a fridge note and watch routine grow smoother every week. Key lessons now: sit clear as morning light. Stop risky peanuts, Brazil nuts, walnuts, pistachios and raw cashews. Swap in soaked almonds, toasted sunflower seeds, roasted chickpeas, fresh ground flaxseed and dry pumpkin seeds. Store them cold, smell before eating, and buy tiny batches. Drink water with every crunch. Move for 2 minutes after each snack to push nutrients home and sweep waste away. Pair seeds with turmeric, ginger, dandelion, milk thistle, chlorophyll, and occasional charcoal to fortify liver, kidneys and joints while keeping medication clashes low. Yet insight alone never built muscle or tamed blood sugar. Action does that. So let us form a 5-step plan you can start tonight and repeat tomorrow until it feels as natural as tying shoes. Step 1. Clear the cupboard. Place a box on the counter and scan every bag of nuts. Check harvest or best by dates. Toss anything older than 6 months or smelling stale. Donate unopened risky nuts to younger relatives who can tolerate them better. Wipe shelves clean. This simple act signals your brain that a new chapter begins. Step 2. Shop with purpose. Write a list before leaving home. Circle raw almonds, unsalted sunflower seeds, canned chickpeas, ground flax, raw pumpkin seeds, turmeric powder, fresh ginger, milk thistle capsules, and dandelion root tea. Skip the snack aisle glare. Visit the bulk corner and scoop only what fits a single mason jar. If budget is tight, buy 1 item each week until the collection grows. Quality beats quantity every time. Step 3. Set up nightly soaking. Before bed, rinse 6 almonds, drop them in a glass, cover with water and add a pinch of salt. Place the glass beside the kettle so morning tea reminds you. Drain and peel when you wake. Celebrate the creamier taste. Small ritual, big gain. Step 4, link snacks to micro movement. Create a ritual called crunch and stretch. As soon as you finish seeds, stand tall, lift heels 10 times, roll ankles 10 times, twist torso left, then right, smile. Movement drives fresh oxygen to tissues and whispers to the brain that food arrived. This partnership prevents the sluggish feeling that used to follow heavy nut bowls. Step 5, track and tweak. Keep a tiny notebook or phone note. After each snack, write 3 words: food, movement, feeling. Almonds, porch walk, light. Sunflower, heel lifts, steady. Review entries Sunday evening. Patterns jump out. Adjust portions or spices accordingly. The log turns guesswork into science and empowers you more than any lab report. Need a sample day? Here it is. Breakfast at 7, oatmeal plus soaked almonds chased by turmeric pepper milk. Quick hallway march for 2 minutes. Mid-morning 10:30, toasted sunflower seeds and ginger tea. Heel taps while waiting for the kettle. Lunch at 1, salad topped with roasted chickpeas. Stroll to mailbox, 3 p.m, yogurt mixed with ground flax. Ankle circles, dinner at 6, soup sprinkled with pumpkin seeds. 5-minute garden wander, evening 7:30, dandelion tea and deep breath. Follow this frame 3 consecutive days and notice joints, bowels and energy. Ask, do I feel lighter? Is my ring looser? Did I nap less? Small yes answers build momentum. Soon 1 week passes, then a month. Doctors love numbers, so bring evidence. Show blood pressure trending lower. Show weight holding steady. Pride replaces worry. What about travel days? Pack a zip bag of pumpkin seeds and a refillable water bottle. Slip milk thistle capsules into the pill case. Stop at grocery stands for fresh fruit rather than airport peanuts. Use moving walkways as treadmills. Turn waiting time into ankle pump sessions. Vacation becomes a proving ground, not a setback. Family gatherings pose another test. Offer to bring a roasted chickpea bowl flavored with cumin. People taste, nod, and ask for the recipe. You teach by example without preachy words. If aunt brings honey glazed walnuts, take one piece, savor, drink extra water, and move more. Balance, not perfection, wins longevity. Hydration stands guard over kidneys. Aim for 6 glasses minimum. Flavor water with lemon or cucumber if taste buds need excitement. Keep a bottle within arm's reach whenever seated. If late night bathroom trips worry you, shift most fluids to earlier hours. Sleep closes the loop. Seeds supply magnesium while herbs calm nerves. Create a dusk routine. Stretch, sip dandelion tea, jot gratitude, screens off 30 minutes before pillow. Quality sleep locks nutrients into memory and muscle. Mindset crowns the plan. Speak kindly to yourself. Slip-ups happen, learn and restart. Imagine the body as a respected elder partner rather than a failing machine. With each safe crunch you say, I value you. The body answers with smoother mornings. Invite others to join. Share this video and the free Senior Snacks Safety Guide. Comment which step you will begin tonight. Hit like if you learned something new. Subscribe and ring the bell for weekly senior wellness hacks. This channel grows only when you engage, so your voice matters. Ready to act? Step to the cupboard now. Clear, shop, soak, move, track. 5 steps, endless rewards. I am cheering for you every crunch of the way. Your stronger future begins